choice of 2 doors, he took the door to his left.
Did he? Did he really?
I think I didn't the first time.
What?
What? What happened?
Now, the fact that I set the live stream up to play that, but it says it's doing Backroom Company, We're Gonna Die. I don't understand what's going on.
On which one?
YouTube.
Oh. Yeah, I was gonna say Twitch is telling me it's been terrible.
What the hell?
No, it's
The hell,
Okay, I see why
mister?
now.
What?
it's fine. It's just acting funny.
What the Backroom Company, we're gonna die.
Yeah, it won't change, too, and I don't get why. I just updated it.
Who knows? Sometimes it takes a couple minutes.
Shouldn't take any time at all when I've restarted the whole stream.
My name's Steph. I complain.
You're not allowed to laugh at them.
Not laughing at us, he's laughing at you.
Okay, is it working? Everybody hear everything?
Now let me check.
I was hearing stuff in YouTube. Let me hear Twitch. Yep. I hear it on Twitch, hear it on YouTube.
Alright, look at that. It's working. Cool, we can go.
Yay!
You're gonna make me play this fucking thing.
Yay! This is a loading, never the end, it's never the end, it's never the end, it's never the end, it's never the end.
What?
Jazz.
I saw.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Shoot me.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened.
Why?
Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor.
Best day ever.
No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say,
You just
"Hi."
find out it was just a
Never
holiday.
in all his years at the company had this happened.
That would
This
suck, to be
complete
honest.
He's just sitting at work going, why
Something
is
was
nothing
very
happening? Why
clearly
is no one
wrong.
here?
Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
What if I don't?
Rule breaker!
I mean, you could do that. You could not.
I don't want him to do. I don't want to do what he tells me to do.
Everything's always an option.
Okay.
We'll just listen to the clock.
Tick,
Tock,
tick.
tick, tock, tick,
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 tock, tick,
tick,
tock, tick,
tick,
tock.
tock, tick.
Can I sit back down?
No.
No. I think you can close the door.
Perfect.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy.
Ironically, my
waited.
friend actually just got a
Hours
job like
passed,
this.
then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday,
believe
they
that.
would arrive. Soon,
course not.
very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
No!
You did it! You finished the game.
Is that really?
Yeah,
Wow.
that's one of the endings. Now we're back at the beginning.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No, 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 no. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20. I would say that's
I think
the
we're at
kind of
that
effort
point.
one wants, really.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
I can't click any faster. My hand's cramping.
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause.
Ah!
Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly. 50.
Wrong, 50 clicks, you can do it.
Go, 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 go.
No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no
dumb.
matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
417. Gotta find that one. Back, 420.
Right there.
417.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 43.
What?
Back.
Oh.
Up there it is.
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
God damn it. I didn't realize the can of worms that I opened.
Hey, 415.
Now, back to door number 437.
Ah!
This is real torture for him.
Yes, babe, I
He's
played
being
this.
told what
Let's
to
see.
do.
How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine?
There's a copy machine?
Yeah.
All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
There.
Okay,
Step
now
a bit
go
closer.
climb on employee 419's desk.
You passed it.
It's 418.
Yeah,
No, go on the
Other
other side.
side.
Nope, go back.
You're
Go
looking
back.
direct. Go back up the
yeah,
other
you
side
look
of
right
the
at it.
Right
Yeah,
there.
you're looking straight. Yeah. You gotta go to the chair and then onto the desk.
You can do it.
I'm
You
stuck.
can do it.
I actually can't move.
I think you have to do a crouch.
Can't jump.
Jump is fucking has been disabled. Ah!
And you got your first achievement. Awarded for getting any of the other achievements such a first.
Yes!
Ah!
This is great!
There you go.
You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
Okay. This is the
We've
game, guys.
almost
This is
got
all we're
it.
gonna do.
Now the copy machine, do that one again.
Why is he getting so excited?
I know, the coffee.
And we're gonna get the achievement. We've almost got it.
Finish it off, Stanley. 5 clicks on door. Yes! We did it! Oh, wow. That felt amazing. Oh, you really earned it, Stanley. Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far we've come today. Just think, only a few minutes ago, you believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks. Really now, what were you thinking?
You did it. You got the achievement.
Can I go back in my office now?
No.
No.
I wanna go outside. Can I not be in here anymore?
Maybe.
I mean, I already got the achievement that jumping's disabled.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I'm actually stuck. Oh, I'm hitting all the wrong keys. I'm really good at this game.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Coffee.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
This looks more like work.
Yeah, especially that sign, right?
It's a long way down.
You want to.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Yes.
Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look,
If I remember
let me
correctly,
prove
this
it.
is the one that
Let me
that
prove
lets
that
play
I'm
another
on
game.
your side. Give me a chance.
Oh, fancy.
2B3.
2B4.
2v4.
2B5.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley
Damn it.
walked through the red door.
Well, I'm on this path of ignoring him.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red. All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what
I
lies
thought he
beyond
had me
this
for a
road
second
you've
there.
chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms,
This is
exposed
beautiful.
developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because
It's
this
worth
is what you
beautiful.
wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate
Beautiful.
these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley.
It's
Take it for a
fancy. It's
spin.
orange.
Oh.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
It's orange, it's ugly.
A one?
How dare you?
I mean, I can understand resolutions or ways the game could be
Beautiful.
improved
Yep.
to more fully express
That's what I
itself
think about
mechanically
it.
and artistically, but a one? That's not even helpful. What am I supposed to do with that?
Make it better.
But I guess it isn't my place to judge. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to
Wait,
be perfectly
previous playthrough?
candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one.
Actually, yeah.
Let's take a look.
I downloaded it today.
Ooh.
Worldwide leaderboard.
What?
Good old Neil. 2 seconds.
Hell yeah. 98.9% of players are more attractive than Stanley. Look, there's you.
Here at the very bottom.
I'm not Stanley.
Oh.
As his playthrough just keeps going. Orange door.
Now, Would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again,
I mean, you
honest
don't want to be
answers,
last, do
please.
you?
Hey, I nearly forgot. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a proto. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got. Hey, I nearly forgot. Hey, I nearly
I
forgot.
learned
Hey, I
something.
nearly forgot. Hey, I nearly forgot. Hey, I nearly forgot.
You're
Hey,
gonna
I
break
nearly
him.
forgot.
Oh.
In this game,
Oh
the
my
baby
God.
crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail.
I don't
It's
see a
very
baby.
meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice.
This is some beautiful
But
art.
of course, the message of the game only becomes clear
It looks
once you've
great.
been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't
Alright,
you
we
give
got
it
4
4
hours.
hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Pretty.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely
He
to
looked
spite
cold.
me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here? Yes. This seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
New game. Different game.
At the end, it's loading.
No.
Yay!
Oh, hey!
What do you think this game
This
is
isn't
about,
the game that
Stanley?
makes you
What's
do
our
before.
backstory?
This is
What is
new.
our motivation?
This is Firewatch.
Yeah,
Well,
it
it
is.
seems obvious to me that
Never
you're
played it,
wanting
I've
to
seen
play
it.
as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose.
Hey, maybe.
Jeez, what kind of
Yes,
game are you
that
playing
must
here?
be it. What a
Now, to be
fascinating
clear,
venture into the
this
experience
actually
of
does look
total
a
mental
lot like your
depravity.
actual house,
So far,
so-
I love
Fuck
everything
you!
about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture
Can you
outward and
confirm,
see what
Dia?
else is out there.
Hi, I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at Bella.
He thinks this looks like our house.
No.
The environment.
Ah,
Maybe the outside.
wrong kind of
All the
trees.
But yeah, he's right. There's wrong kind of trees.
No, come
There's a
Hey,
lot more.
Thomas.
Yeah. It's too much grassland.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
It is.
Shattered.
It's an open world
YouTube
game.
chat.
Good God, quickly block it off. Stanley, what a close call.
What?
You nearly wandered off into that thing, that big open, just wandering around, no right or wrong directions, no path to follow. You can just go in any. Oh,
I-
thank heavens we avoided it.
I think he's feeling a little sick
Out of
now.
the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm
Not
going to
out
get
of
us
the
out of
woods,
here.
you're in the woods.
Let's find another game, preferably something with walls.
Thomas
Something
says he's
with
seen the
nice,
game before.
Big, insurmountable walls. Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
Oh.
I wanted to go outside.
Hey!
See, this is
But we
exactly
don't have
what
a
I
car.
had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design.
Alright.
Stanley, if you manage to
My
get lost
nephew was
in this
playing this the
game,
other day.
I will be phenomenally impressed.
Run to the goal. What
Okay,
team are
so
we?
what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports
Ooh,
ball.
sports
Oh,
ball.
what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together. Yeah, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Oh god.
There's the ball.
Holy crap, I'm fast.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Oh,
What are you doing?
Yeah, that's the Rocket League space.
what?
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that.
And now this is the portal area.
Ah! I can't see!
I love how they suddenly just muffled as he kept going. Oh, this is creepy. This is like that one game I was playing and then I was freaking out and nothing was happening. You remember, right, Lynn?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Hey, there's
A light.
light.
Oh, where's
That's scary.
427? That's your door. 427 is your door. I bet that's where the light is. This is again another thing I think is new for this one.
Oh, you've played this more than all of us.
Yeah, and I haven't seen this.
Hey, look, my office. Perfect.
Yay!
Well, yeah, this is the
Oh,
Bucks one.
yeah. Huh.
I don't understand what I'm supposed to do at this point.
Scared me.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice. And if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it.
Are
He'll
you
understand
happy?
soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon.
No.
I can wait.
I'm just waiting for you to press like Alt F4 or something.
Okay.
No.
Oh, we did it! We beat the game again.
Oh, God. I don't want to do
His
this!
co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Now, how mad would he
Stanley
be if I
decided
did
to
the
go to the
exact
meeting
same
room.
thing?
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
If you did the exact same thing, but then this time went through the red door.
No, because then he would tell me to go that way.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Oh no.
Fine.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
That's for
Feeling
not
a
getting
wave
fired.
of disbelief, Stanley
Don't get
decided to
fired.
go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Talking out
My
passive
gosh.
aggressively.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Using slides to assure employees that everything is okay. Sure, it has a slick blue graphic in the header, and there is a bevel on all the text. This will ensure a calm and productive work environment. Everyone is unique. You most of all.
God.
Me?
Now, Thomas Hamilton, the narrator, reminds him of Dumbledore from the Harry Potter movies.
Yeah, kind of. Oh, my God.
I choose to believe these graphs. Oh, it's just like working in a real office.
It really is.
Why did we hire you?
Football!
Are you scared?
Comatose!
Less air.
Alright, we walked. We saw them. Room closet.
Yay!
Stanley stepped into the broom closet,
Shut the door.
but there was nothing here.
Oh, yeah.
So he turned around and got
Like
back
a
on
broom.
track.
It's beautiful.
There's actually a broom in the broom closet.
Which is weird when you think
There
about
was
it.
nothing here.
Mhm.
No choice to make,
Who
no
uses
path to
brooms
follow.
anymore?
Just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
It's not empty. We got all kinds of stuff in here. We've got a hose, we've got duct tape, we've got a spool of cable,
It was baffling
wire.
that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing
Like a
anything.
wire tree.
At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing
We've
there.
even got the hum
doing
of the
sweet
light.
FA.
Oh, that sweet,
Sure.
sweet hum.
Or no, because that's the wrong light for that song.
Yeah, it is.
That
It's
is
just a bowl.
actually-
Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing
I
around
wouldn't
doing
have
nothing?
noticed.
Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
It's peaceful in here. It's a peaceful hum.
Yeah,
I
it
didn't
is.
realize how loud those things are until there's like a power outage and you don't
You
hear
do
them
realize
anymore.
there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said
Yeah.
Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find
I
out.
found something to interact with.
It didn't occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it.
It's like you when
Maybe
you're
to
bored
you,
at home.
this is somehow its own branch.
Bored in
Yeah,
my
that's-
closet.
Yeah.
When you go to talk about this with your
Yeah, that
friend,
sounds
you'll
alright
say,
for him.
"Oh,
Bored in my house,
did you
bored
get
in my
the
house,
broom
bored."
closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favourite. I hope your friends find this concerning. Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He thought he only got the job
my
because of
God.
the connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug
That's
money.
mean.
Also, Stanley's addicted to drugs and hookers.
Mean.
Cannot confirm or deny.
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They have fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them.
It's still lost on
When
me.
you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Alright.
Squeaky door. Is that it?
I think so.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey there
Rude.
who controls too. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
There's a story? Okay.
Alright, this time for real. Oh wait, what if we go back in again? Damn.
Coming to a staircase,
No!
Stanley walked upstairs to his
Ha.
boss's office.
Oh god, it's the SCP. Whoa. Oh. Whoa.
Note on the floor, but I couldn't touch it.
Hey,
But
there's a
Stanley
door.
just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting
you know that
he'd
game
left
PT?
his post during work hours. He might
Oh.
be fired for that. And in such a competitive
Oh
economy,
no.
why
What?
had he taken that risk? He
No!
believed
It's
every
one of
day
these!
his boss would think he was crazy.
Alright, the
And then
exit's this way.
something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy.
Hey,
All
look,
the
the exit.
workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense.
Oh look, the exit's this way.
And as Stanley pondered this, he began to
car.
make other strange observations. For example,
It's
why couldn't he
baffling
see his
Dia
feet
right now.
when he looked down? Why did
Wait, you
doors
can't see your feet
close
when you look down?
automatically behind him wherever he went?
Huh.
And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to
exit.
himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he
Hey, look,
came
a
to the
car.
conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming! He yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, What a relief Stanley felt to have finally
on
found
the
an answer,
floor.
an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone.
Hey, I didn't see the car
He
that
wasn't
time.
going to lose
I was
his
I was
job.
about to
He
say.
wasn't crazy after all.
Yeah, the car's
They
not
look
a
to
thing
himself.
anymore,
I suppose I'll
apparently.
wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring
Ah.
real-life job pushing buttons.
The car should be right,
I may
no?
as well enjoy
Should have already
this
been
while I'm
there.
still lucid.
Yeah.
Cup.
So
There's a
he
beeping.
imagined
Do you hear it?
himself flying.
Usually
began
right-
to
hey,
gently
car.
float
There it is.
around. Then
Oh,
he
yeah.
imagined himself
Am I taller?
soaring through space on a magical
floating.
starfield, and it too appeared. It was so
Oh, it's
much
darker.
fun, and Stanley marveled that he
Yeah,
had
we're in
still
a
not
Starfield
woken up.
now.
How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered
Yeah, I
Stanley's
hear the
head.
clicking.
One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner.
Oh yeah.
Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
No.
Now the voice was
I wasn't
describing
thinking that
itself
at all.
being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it
My
all very
brain
odd,
hurts a
and
little.
wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself? Believing that if
Amateur,
he's
why'd you
asleep,
make me
he
play
doesn't have
this?
to take responsibility
We're gonna
for
watch
his
paint
life?
dry.
Stanley is as awake
It's already
right
dry,
now
though.
No,
as
it's
he's
not. It's
ever
wet.
been in
Oh
his
god.
life.
When did this chair get unlocked?
Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to
I
Stanley.
blame you.
After all,
Yeah, Dia.
he knew for certain, beyond a doubt,
I'm just
that this
sitting here.
was in fact a dream.
We're gonna watch the
Did the
coffee
voice
stain
not see
dry.
him float and make the magical stars
Already
just a
dry.
moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that?
That's what
This
it's
voice
saying.
was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up.
Ah, it got dark!
He felt the
And-
cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his
Just
back,
laying in your bed.
the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over.
I can hear
Let me
myself
go
still
back to
walking
my
around.
job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please.
I think I
It's
thought I
all
knew where I
want.
was. I'm lost now.
I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay. Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone
it's
tell me
all
I'm
red.
real. I must be real. I must be.
fallen
Can
into
anyone
hell.
hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Fucker. I want to see. How do I play if I can't see?
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
What?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings,
Oh.
and walked to her place of work.
Oh
But
dear.
on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane.
Why are
I
you
am
staring
in
at a
control
dead
of my
body?
mind.
Why not?
I know what is
That's
real
us.
and what isn't.
He's staring at
It was
you know,
comforting
us.
to think this, and in a certain
Yeah,
way,
but
seeing
like-
this man made her feel better.
Duh, it's cool. And not
Then she
every day you
remembered
see
the
a dead
meeting she had
body.
scheduled for that day. The very
Am I
important
wrong?
people whose impressions of her
No.
would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had
Well,
no
unless you're
time for
Loon.
this, so it was only
Hey.
a moment that she stood there, staring
I
down
wasn't
at the
paying
body.
attention. What?
And then she
I knew you weren't because you weren't responding to anybody talking to you.
You guys weren't talking to me, were you?
Yep.
I don't know. I wasn't listening.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Yeah.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Missed the memo.
I want to go outside the map. I know there's a way to do that.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and
The
Stanley
room
knew it
closet
perfectly
isn't this
well.
way.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the
But there's
employee
still like 4
lounge
endings this
first,
way that you
just to
haven't gotten.
admire it.
That's
That
true.
I can remember off the top of my head.
Yes, this
Oh, look at the door.
room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his
I went
left.
straight last time.
Yeah, you did.
And so he detoured through the maintenance
Ooh,
section,
big red
walked
button.
straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Lynn said it as I was already doing it. I was just like, yep. I
But
saw the
Stanley
button
didn't
too.
want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and
Yeah,
get
this
even
big shiny
further
red
off
button.
track.
What expect?
So now, in order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, left. Oh, no. No, it's to the right. My mistake.
Waiting for it,
No,
and
no, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now,
You broke
let's
the game
see.
again.
We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay.
Ah!
I've
AV
got it
start.
now. This story is absolutely,
Yes.
definitely this way.
Can I get run over?
That's a van.
Yeah, it is. Red light.
Green light.
Green
Green
light.
light.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay.
Close your eyes, Thomas.
We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding?
They're watching
It's
all of us.
rubbish now. The whole story
No,
completely
Thomas. Close
unusable.
your eyes. It's a spoiler.
How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Take it from the top, and 1, 2, 3, 4.
Amateur, I'm hating your
All
game
of his
so far.
co-workers were gone. What
At
could
least
it
it's
mean?
working.
Can I go outside?
Stanley decided to
Oh,
go to the
yeah.
meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Let me out. I won't go outside.
No, you gotta keep doing it this way because you have to finish this path before you can do the outside because you're in the middle of something still.
I am?
Yep.
That was guessing right. That was the outside room.
When Stanley... Wait, what? No, no, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors?
I touched
Did
every
you
button I
move
could.
the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking
motion
you?
sick.
I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
I can't.
Do you see her?
Every door's open.
Yeah, it is. You get to choose.
I want that one.
I'll go through the one on the right then.
Oh.
Bella's trying to climb up on the chair with me.
What do we do? He hasn't said anything.
You didn't find the right way yet.
I don't even know
I'll
where I
say
am
it.
anymore.
This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again?
Like we're in the back rooms.
Well, I find it unlikely that
God.
we'll ever progress
Oh,
by
hey.
starting over and over again. But it's got to be better than this.
No.
Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
No.
But I was adventuring.
No, we gotta try again.
Can I go outside
All of
now?
his co-workers
Not
were
yet.
gone. What could it
Go in the middle
mean?
of it.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had
There's
simply
more
missed a
paper on the
memo.
floor.
Clickety clack. Don't clack back. Alright, so now which door are you gonna go through?
I'm trapped.
Okay,
Oh,
yep,
there's one
it's
more.
worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
But what if I like this room?
You don't.
What I do?
You don't. You know you don't.
You're right. It's not a broom closet.
Door.
Aha!
Yeah, look, a door.
I knew we'd miss something. The story.
And a left turn.
Here it comes.
And a left
You're
turn.
making another left
Never mind,
turn.
not the story.
Oh,
Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
they're making a right turn.
And then a right turn. So, a right turn.
Right
A
turn.
right turn.
I mean,
right
he's
turn.
slowly going right. Never mind.
Oh.
Oh.
Nope.
Reminds me of Resident Evil 7.
It does look like it.
Now this, well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley?
Spider.
Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations!
All right,
You
stream's
did
over.
it!
Put in a lot.
Yay!
It really paid off. So, good job. Oh,
All right, stream's over. Bye.
no, I don't feel right about this at all. We both
Jesus
know you
Christ.
didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square,
You
and this was
don't
not
make
one of
the
those
cord.
situations.
I'm not going far
Okay.
back.
I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Alright, trying again.
All right,
Oh, hey.
I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just
Hell
follow
yeah.
the line. How simple is that?
I forgot to say, the soundtrack for this game is one of my favorite artists. The Blake Robinson Synthetic Orchestra.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny.
Oh,
Nope.
no.
Here's
Oh.
a thought. Wouldn't
No, the
wherever we
line's the other
end
way.
up be our destination,
I was
even
hoping
if
for
there's
a
no
broom
story
closet.
there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving
But-
forward, are we implying
Doors.
a journey such
Those are
that a
scary doors.
destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation
What?
of the
Follow the
nature
line.
of life itself?
Okay.
Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is, in fact, a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that
That
existence.
fucks with me
right?
for a second.
Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective
fuck?
construct? Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what?
Great.
I think
can't
what
follow.
we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
The best song in the game.
Up peer reviews for one person.
They must be a horrible person.
Seriously.
Cut the music. Go back and look at that fern.
Oh.
There's a fern.
Stanley,
Yeah.
this fern will be very important later in the story.
There's
Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want
All
to
right, how
miss
many leads does
anything.
it have?
3,
Okay.
Wait,
at
what?
least.
We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell? Oh, no, not again, Line. How could you have done this to us? And after
Thomas,
we
close your eyes.
trusted you,
Spoilers.
After everything we've been through, you... Well, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
I guess spoilers are gone. Open your eyes.
Again.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
And 437's got a
Now,
huge office.
yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be?
Right turn.
Go wild.
And a right turn.
Use your
and
imagination.
A right turn.
Whatever it
and
might
a right
be, Stanley.
turn. And a right
I'm ready
turn.
for it.
And a left turn. And a left turn.
This is hurting my brain.
Why?
Oh, no, not you
Oh,
again.
line's back.
Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line
When he
from
said
having
you
any
and the
role in our
subtitles, it said
awesome new
UTM.
story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge
Blind
it.
TM.
We should be fine.
It
TM.
Alrighty. It's a very strong line.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In
Don't
fact,
squander
I
it.
believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles
squander.
for a minute.
Walk.
Okay.
Go.
So I know that
Walk.
each door has to lead
Circle.
somewhere.
Go.
No.
Which means that somewhere the
Oh,
place
yeah.
where we're trying to go,
No, you're supposed
there
to walk
must
on a
be a
square.
reverse door
In the round
that leads
room.
here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting
Makes
from
sense.
the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come,
Oh, yeah.
Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Yeah. No.
Right, you gotta go through the right door, because that's the right way. The confusion ending. You've been playing it for 17 minutes and 30 seconds.
Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again.
The next is
Then
the
what?
5th restart.
Am I just supposed to forget?
You
Well,
never
what if I
forget
don't want to
the
forget?
previous restarts.
My mind
Stanley
goes
says to play the
blank
story,
simply
but
because it's
suspended.
written
And
here
to be on
on
the
this,
way doing
this
the game restarts on
thing.
your own.
Wall.
Final line of the game.
Well,
Form
who
line.
consulted
Final
me?
new replica of the
Why
office
don't I
at the
get
end
to
of the series.
decide?
And make
Why
up the
don't
story
I
there.
get a say in
Here
all of this?
to
Is it
restarts
really-
the game. There is
No,
no
it
longer
can't
an
be.
office, simply
I
black
don't want it
space.
to be.
When in
I
blackness,
don't
find
want the
bookstore,
game to
get bored,
keep
leave.
restarting. I don't
and
want to
restart the
forget
game.
what's going
Here it
on.
is gone
I
after
don't
a
want
long
to be
time
trapped
soon.
like this. I won't restart
And
the
what?
game. I won't.
Look to the right, I want to
I
finish that
won't
sentence.
do it. I
Stanley
won't
dies.
do it. And the timer stopped.
Oh,
Does that mean did we do it? Did we break
Broke
the
it.
cycle? The whatever it is that made
Daffy
this
broke
schedule.
it again.
How
Why
would
break
I
it?
know?
Daff,
You do.
break it.
Conference.
This gave me a
Did something
chair
happen?
that I can't sit
Break
in.
it.
So,
This is my
Okay.
corner.
I guess now we just wait. You know,
Put yourself in
I
timeout.
suppose in some way that this is
I'm
a
in
kind of
timeout.
story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
Oh,
Nah.
That scared me. That was a loud noise.
It
was
woke me
loud.
up. I was sleeping.
Alright, so now you should be able to go out that window.
I don't know how you do that though.
You gotta get on the onto the desk.
How?
I think by going on the chair.
None of the chairs like this. I can't. Oh, never mind.
Here, yeah, like that. And then you crash through the window. And Viola, you're outside.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until
I
he
went out
heard
the
this
window.
narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the
Oh, we
game
didn't
for its
enter that font,
insightful
so
and
yeah.
witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its
it's
examination
a
of
tiny little
structural
box.
narrative tropes.
Yeah, it is.
So, now that you're here, what do you
You're
think?
outside now.
Isn't this a fun and unique place to be?
I can't see.
Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay,
Beautiful
I'm over
window.
it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
You're sick of this guy, I guess. No?
Ah, then in that case, we'll continue. But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop? Do you think it would have been particularly different? Would I have taken the same idea
Yes.
but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer?
Yes, you're gonna stick
Perhaps
with the
you never
gag.
would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place. Oh, now think about it. Would it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here just to do the other option? Clearly, this whole gag takes some time. What if the other option is even longer? How long will you spend in total just to have heard all the narration? Oh, and this is rich.
3
Perhaps you
hours.
just played the other option, and now you've come to see what happens in this one. So, what do you think? Which choice was the better one? Imagine if you had selected continue on your first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option. Indeed, you are one of the lucky ones. Though if the other option is really miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not. In fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky.
Stop punching me.
I've built up the other option so
Why are
much
you
that I'm
punching
going
him?
to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here,
She's
continue
being
with the
mean.
game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever.
I'm the mean
Cheers.
one.
Mr. Green.
What? I wasn't listening the last few seconds of this, so I don't know what he wants from me.
My brain started playing Mr. Grinch song. Click on something.
Ring. 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 Ring.
Welcome to Stanley
Ring.
Parable, babe.
Ring.
Especially when you play with these two morons.
Ring. Ring.
Ring.
What do you want me to do?
Second option.
I've already clicked it.
I think you've got.
I can't click anything. I'm here.
I think you've got to go to the pause menu and restart it.
Really?
I think so.
You just see someone poke their head out. What the fuck are you doing out there?
That'd be weird.
Begin the game again. Clickety clack. Clickety 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 clack.
Click, clack.
The end is never. The end is never.
How wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally. This is great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along. I got what I
Wait.
wanted. No matter how hard Stanley
noise?
looked, he couldn't find a
Like
trace
rain.
of his co-workers.
Go outside
It
again.
sounds like it was raining. What?
Yeah.
At first,
There's no
Stanley
phone this
assumed
time.
he'd broken the map
Yeah.
until he heard this
This time he gotta
narration
hit yes,
and
now we know what
realized
he
it was
says.
part of the game's
I,
design all
I don't
along.
have to, but
He
okay.
then praised the game for its
But we wanna know what he
insightful and
says.
witty
But I
commentary
don't.
into the nature of video game
But I do.
structure
I don't
But I
remember.
I
and its
do.
examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think?
No.
Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
Yeah.
No!
Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just hit escape and restart the game any old time you want. Like right now. You could have done it just then. Now would also be an appropriate time to quit. Any of these points and so many, many more, all of them are appropriate. I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as
He
miserable as
knows.
possible and see how long you can maintain.
Hell yeah.
There once was a man named Stanley, who people considered so manly.
Oh,
Truth must be told, he was not very old and was quite particularly gangly. What Stanley liked most was buttons. He pushed them like some kind of glutton. He did it all day in a meaningful way. But his brain had long ceased to function.
Oh.
Which is why he is in this parable and lives an existence quite terrible. And if you are not strong and keep playing along, you too will become quite unbearable. You too will become quite unbearable.
Already there.
So, he's pretending to fall out of his chair like he fell asleep.
I don't think he's pretending.
He very well might not be. It is back. It's a salt gun.
That's on the other side. I can't.
And?
No.
What?
You gotta restart. Let's go. We got like 20 more endings to get to.
No.
That many?
Yeah.
I need coffee.
And there's a
not
lot
that
of them.
Yeah. Because I mean, like that, just going through the right door, there's at least 3 more options I can think of that we didn't do.
I'll get you coffee.
We haven't even gone all the way through the left door yet.
It's warm in here.
Coffee.
How
As long
long
as
was I
nothing better than
sitting
milk.
there? Stanley wondered to himself. Minutes?
Back outside.
Days? Centuries?
Oh,
Did
get
something
it.
crucial happen while my
Oh, I know what I
senses
need
were
to do,
turned?
amateur.
He made a note to be more. Oh, please. Are you really just
No,
doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. What was it about this room that called so deeply
drink.
and so
Are we
personally
able to see what kinds
Stanley?
of drink?
Its grace, its
You able to
subtle
read the buttons?
charm. No. Stanley
No.
knew
A lot of
there was
glare.
something deeper.
Mhm.
Something
A lot
I
of
like-
glare.
I like blue. That's why they have so many of it.
Blue is nice.
Did I tell you? I think I told you guys about the
really
vending
worth
machine
being
at the
here
mall
in
that was
room.
just completely empty and took my
Room
money.
So utterly captivating
That doesn't surprise
that
me.
even though all your co-workers have
Yeah. I was
mysteriously
like, man, I'm really
vanished,
thirsty. I'm gonna get a
you sat
Gatorade.
looking at
And then
these
I put my
chairs
money
and
in.
some paintings.
Click Gatorade. It's like sold out. I was like,
Really worth
okay,
it.
I'll choose a yellow one. Sold out. Blue? Sold out. Fine, a water. Sold out. All right, another water. Sold out. Well, if that's my only option, I guess I'll take a Snapple.
Stanley's
Sold out.
obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
This one
One
left
left
because of
because
me.
of you. You took my only food.
Stanley
Now
sat
I'm
around
gonna
waiting for more
starve.
dialogue. But when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
What's the message?
Oh no.
That happened.
What'd you do?
Nothing.
Dia, what did he do?
And shh, you had to tell everyone about my flamethrower.
I posted a picture of it, yes.
Okay, so I take it nothing else happens in here.
No, that's it.
I literally waited to see if something would.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Yeah, so we can
Stanley
either
was
finish
so bad
riding
at
the
following
lift, or you can drop
directions,
down
it's
again and go
incredible
through
it
the red
wasn't
door
5
when he
years
says to.
ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing
What if I go
your
down
trust
there?
in someone else can be
You just die and it
difficult,
resets
but
it.
the fact is that the story has been about
Ah!
nothing but... What? Really? I was in the
it.
middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for
No,
others?
I didn't know
Are
if you would make
that
it.
convinced
I didn't
that I want
either.
something bad to happen to
It
you?
was funny if you
Why,
did, to be honest.
I don't know how to convince you
I
of this,
fully
but I
expected to
really
die.
do want to help you, to show you something
Ooh.
beautiful.
Red door, red
Let me
door.
prove it. Let me prove that I'm on
Red,
your side.
red,
Give me a
red,
chance.
red,
Red,
Now
red,
listen
red,
carefully,
red,
this is
red,
important.
red.
Stanley walked through the red door.
This is a bad time to say I'm colorblind.
Another one.
Perhaps you misunderstood.
No.
Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley
No.
walked through the red. Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this
Just hearing
time?
both of you go,
The
no!
problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that
And
isn't
another
here.
right turn.
Running and running and
And
running,
another
just the
right,
way you're
another
doing
right
right
turn.
now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I
Don't
wanted
think
to
about it too
stop.
hard, alright?
We would both be so much happier if we just stopped.
Don't think about it too hard.
Well, I think
Ah!
Here, let me show you.
Solution. No. Oh, look, right there, solution. It's locked open, idiot.
I wonder how that works.
Door stop.
You
No,
fell.
nothing happened.
It's scary.
Nothing happened.
You can't see, it's scary.
What? That's even worse. Well, fuck no!
What do we want? What
Oh,
are we
door.
looking for?
Ooh, door.
God, that scared me.
What?
That notification sound.
I was being told we have ice cream and cones in our freezer.
Oh,
Here.
stars.
Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
Ooh. Oh god. It's really windy outside and was rocking my trailer.
Weird.
My cat got
Whoa.
scared.
Yeah, you remember how I had to fix my truck today?
You didn't?
Well, it's been raining.
Oh yeah.
And so he gets a ride to work again tomorrow.
I got a chauffeur.
Aw.
I don't think I'm ever fixing the truck.
Aww.
He just has to wait for like an hour after
I don't
work
care.
so
My
I can
boss
get
had to let
there.
me do the overtime.
Mm-mm. Look,
Okay,
door.
is there more? Ooh, green dots.
Ooh, green dots.
Green.
The green. The green.
The green decides who will go and who will stay.
Yes.
The claw.
Yes.
For all you know.
No, I'm thinking of DC Comics with the green. Plant life. Will.
Oh.
What do you know?
Oh.
What do you know?
Worms.
There are known unknowns and
Red.
there
Look,
are
red.
unknown unknowns. The things we
pink.
don't know, we don't know. No, it's red. It just looks pink through green.
No, it's red and pink. Ah.
What? Ah. What? 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 What?
I think you
can't
a different color.
A horse of a different color? What?
Maybe.
What?
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 Who?
Does something happen here, or should I just leave?
I think we can leave. I think this is everything.
Because at this point, I'm bored.
No, wait. Where are you going? Right. Where were we?
Oops.
Huh.
Aww.
So something like something you find
Oh,
in
no.
Slenderman.
Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Hey,
Different fall.
Alberto.
Oh yeah.
Not EDF today.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here.
Stay
Don't
once in a
take
while.
this from me.
I know, right?
Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
Oh. Oh no.
Oh.
3, 2.
I was really hoping he would say something. All right, I'm jumping.
No!
Oh,
Oh, you're fine.
Thank
Do it
God
again.
you lived. You had me worried there for a moment. Now,
gravity.
no,
You weren't
what
enough
are you
cut
doing,
blocks
Stanley?
higher, okay?
Please, I'm
Do it
asking you
again.
not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
Yay!
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can
That
you do
sounds so
that for
sad.
my God?
He really
Is
does.
this really how much you dislike my game?
Oh,
That
you're
you'll
so
throw yourself
sad.
from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
Yes.
And
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know.
Yes.
I just wanted us to get along.
I have to admit, the voice
I
acting is
guess
really
that was
good.
too
in
much
this
to ask.
He
Yeah.
really is.
It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all.
He's great. I love him.
Well, this one is yours. Is it over? It's going
Oh,
to
God.
restart, isn't it?
Oh my
I'm going
God, he
back.
sounds so sad.
And then
Again.
All of his
Again.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
What could it mean?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how
computer's
hard
pressing.
Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Can't believe he just turned off his computer. Didn't even save the files.
well, to be fair, if they're like any of the other computers that I've had to deal with, it automatically saves files.
Yeah, but these are like old, early 90s computers, late 80s.
It says input received.
Sure.
Why can't I do more?
Oh, you gotta find the other ones. Find other ones. Put in the next number. Go back to the other one. Maybe one turned on. It's worth it.
Go back to the input one. See if you can click
Something.
Oh.
on it again.
Already did.
Tried that. But try it again. And this time, leave it a little longer. Maybe it's during resets, and then it'll come back and it'll show 1, and then you do it again, and it does it a second time.
Or does it?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his
Or
left.
it is left. There was one
Yet there
edit I
was
saw
not a
from their,
single person here
when they
either.
announced this version of the
Feeling
game.
a wave
One of the
of
slides was
disbelief,
Pickle Rick.
Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Oh no! Oh no! 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 Not again! I won't be part
Oh,
of this.
again?
I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
How much patience do you think he has?
Enough.
I'm just sitting here sipping some coffee. Okay.
Coffee.
So I'm gonna go get some food. I'll go.
How dare you?
Coming to a staircase,
What?
Stanley
Food?
walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Wow,
Can you open that door?
fancy.
The executive bathroom. What's that say on the wall?
Oh,
Because the boss knows that what the boss says goes.
What?
If the boss has suffered losses, then that's what the boss chose. Okie dokie. And here.
Oh no.
Oh.
Poor panda.
Business strategy.
Beep boop. Elevator. Going a direction. Ping pong.
Man, this is a tall building.
Yeah, and we don't even know what floor you were actually on.
It was up. That's all I can say.
Yeah, but I mean, like when that you started on, like in your office, in your cubicle, you could have been on the 30th floor already. For
I mean, yeah, it is Office 400 and something.
Why are they glowing?
Because it's bright. No. Oh.
What?
Right. Oh.
What?
Oh.
It doesn't actually go any. I didn't remember this.
It's just the elevator room music.
Yeah.
That's really all it is.
I just realized they're saying Stanley in the music. They're going cha cha, Stanley. Cha, 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 Stanley. Bing, bong. You have reached your destination.
This is lame.
Welcome aboard.
Alright, well.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked,
on the
unraveled,
keypad right there, put
Stanley wondered in
8888.
disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
You got the achievement. Knock it off.
2, 8, 4, 5.
Oh, what am I doing?
2, 8, 4, 5.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Secret. Ming.
That's not creepy.
Now we're going down. Again.
Does this elevator work?
Yep.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go
Never, ever,
unanswered
forever,
for
never.
long.
Oh.
Concerning.
I think
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control
Mind
Facility.
control facility. Escape. It's funny, it's spelled just like the word escape.
Sorry. Forgot about that one.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television
How many
screens.
What do you
times?
mean you forgot about
What
that?
horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley
watched
thought to
it
himself.
forever.
Did he have
How?
the strength
How'd you
to
forget
find
that?
out?
We're watching it tonight, don't worry.
I've watched it 100 million times.
Or we're watching it again tonight.
Okay.
Oh, you know what's a really good Disney movie is the Princess and the Frog.
Yes.
That one's so good.
Now the monitors jumped to life.
No,
Their
spoilers!
true nature revealed.
Thomas, cover your eyes.
Each bore the number of an employee in the building. Stanley's co-workers.
Alright, never mind. That's when we're
The
supposed to see it.
lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a
Thomas,
screen.
never mind. Open your eyes.
And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
How many total employees is there?
This
lot.
mind control facility,
Follow the
it was too
numbers.
horrible to believe. It couldn't
Yeah,
be
pop
true.
I don't know.
Had
There's a lot of
Stanley really
numbers.
been under someone's control
600
all
and then
this
601 is
time?
fired.
Was this the only reason he
There's
was
a couple
happy
of
with
them
his
that are
boring
fired.
job? That his
Yeah, they are.
emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No.
Does this elevator go down too?
He
Oh, it
refused
goes up.
to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life
Yes.
utterly blind to the world?
It is very dark.
But
Yeah,
here
it
was the
is.
proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Come into the facility.
Oh. Oh.
What's that?
Oh, that one has a number.
5.
Or
5.
hit it 5 times.
1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 1.
5,
12.
7.
32.
Mind controls idle, awaiting input.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place. And oh, Stanley,
I'm
you
in
just
control.
activate the controls, did you?
No, don't you
After
remember
they
what
kept you
happened when I
enslaved
shared the
all
video
these
of me
years, you
doing
go
this
and you
last
tried to
time?
take control
Nope.
of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the
Good
event that
going.
this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are said to explode, eliminating the entire complex.
Okay.
How long until detonation
Good.
then?
It's like a real corporation.
Let's say 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine.
Run,
You are the
faster.
star.
Got
It's
2
your story
minutes.
now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments
Oh,
each
hey.
one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this
Looking
means.
around
I
for this
barely
thing.
know where to
There's a button at
start.
the top of the stairs.
What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace
Go, go,
before
go,
you're
go, 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 go.
obliterated.
Hurry.
All right, I'm in a good mood. You're
You
gonna
got a
die
minute
anyway.
20.
I'll tell you
Oh, that's not
exactly
what
what
for.
happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit
die
there in
either
your
way,
office
it don't
forever,
matter.
pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though.
Might have
This
to do
version
it
of
in
events
order.
has been rather
We're
amusing.
fucked either way. I can't
Watching
do
you
it
try
now.
to make sense of everything and take back the control
50
wrested away
seconds.
from you.
Yeah, I
It's
can't even
quite
get to the top of the
bitchy.
stairs in 50 seconds.
See it go.
You got 50
I'm
seconds.
sure whatever I come up with on the next go around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock, why not? These
Got
are
another minute.
precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is?
Nope.
Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world.
No, it's Marion, is he?
But I'm going to destroy it.
If he would have just turned off the machine instead of trying to turn it on and
Take a
use
look
it
at the clock,
himself, it would have been fine.
That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the
safe
same to
under
me,
my desk.
all a part of the journey. And believe me,
That's
I
under
will
desk,
be
though.
laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say happily ever after.
I said that wrong.
Yeah, you did.
Duck and cover, hold, not roll.
No, you're supposed to roll after the explosion and you catch on fire. We did it.
Did
All
we?
of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
How one said
beep,
stuff
beep,
on
beep.
it.
Beep. They held it. Now there's two.
New content.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
Oh,
Hmm.
what's happening? Where are you going? Where are you taking us?
Everywhere.
I kind of forgot about the new content parts.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable
2013.
Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on
Yeah,
home
that's forever
computers.
ago.
Was.
After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
See.
Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable
They did a
Ultra
great job on those
Deluxe.
graphics.
Oh, well, this sounds
They
delightful.
did.
I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe
Yay,
content.
new content.
New content.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm
Does this
sure
one
it's
work
just
out?
the beginning of a mesmerizing
No, there's no
adventure.
button in this one.
Not an elevator. It's a
Is it
cage.
broken? What's going on here?
Here,
Should we
animal
should we be
transportation.
moving somewhere? Or, oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never
We're
been
going
more
up.
ready. Let's do it.
There is a building going down.
That's concerning.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley. All right. All right, let's see.
The jump
it's-
circle.
The jump circle?
We can jump. Good. You can jump now.
Aw.
You have to stand circle. You can jump.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yay!
Oh.
You did it.
Oh. You can't jump anymore.
Oh, yeah, you used to.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. Oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Hell yeah.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy
not the
really-
worst
and don't get
expansion
me
ever.
You're really
started on
fighting
the level
shots,
of
aren't they?
craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations.
There actually is one.
If you're still with me, why don't we just
Ow!
reset
Don't
the game,
pinch me!
and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me
But I like the
having
gimmicks.
a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Maybe we'll go grappling hook next.
Grappling. What?
Maybe we'll get a grappling hook. We won't, but you know, maybe.
Maybe.
That looks weird.
So you know how the original had an achievement for not playing it for 5 years?
Stanley!
Yeah.
This is
Come
an
over
achievement for not
here.
playing it for 10
In the
years.
vent.
Oh, God.
I want to show you something.
Coffee.
nut.
Coffee.
Wait,
It's Diaz cup.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
ah,
But wait, I thought coffees were beans.
They are.
So why is
Well,
it
some
coffee?
coffees also poop, so.
No, some coffee is picked out of
Okay,
poop.
you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe
And it's-
content
Exactly.
turned out
and
to
it's
be.
really bad
But it
for
got
those
me
animals.
thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret.
You ready
Take
for
a
Dark
look.
Souls, boss?
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite
Wow.
memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want.
Memory zone.
Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
God.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of
God.
what wonderful Stanley Parable
I was
was
so in high
before it
school.
was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in
2013.
October of 2013 when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
What did that statue say with the one that looked like a mask behind you? Trip down memory lane. Wait, look at that watch again on that picture. Okay, I just couldn't read it right. Never mind. We're good.
The dollar.
First dollar.
Color.
The demo. Don't play for 5 years.
Go outside. Don't play for 5 years.
But how do you
Oh.
achieve it?
I don't know. I never looked it up.
New video.
In the New York Times, yeah.
Colleges show uneven effort to enroll the poor. Stanley Parable deals tough choices.
They super
Nothing
tough choices.
Oh, there's no.
They are.
Baby cat.
Nominee. And.
Nominee from Kingdom
Nominee.
Hearts.
Nominee.
From
Oh my
Kingdom
God.
Hearts.
A picture of our death. But it's so beautiful.
It is pretty.
It's beautiful.
Little Stanley.
Oh, it's a hamster.
That means it died in a very horrible way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It probably
always
exploded in a microwave. What?
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and
Look
I
at the
quote,
screen.
"Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's
Don't
how
read any
grand and
reviews except this
all-encompassing
one.
the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Basically. Oh, or
Door.
You can go down.
Down, 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 down,
Maybe.
down. Memories only.
Nope.
No.
mm-mm.
Oh, no.
Stuck. Oh, remember that?
No.
No.
The buttons.
Person of the year. Look, there's Stanley and the lady who found him.
Mariella?
Yeah.
Was that her name?
I don't remember whatever her fucking name was. Top 10.
Top 10 memories.
I don't remember a bicycle.
Was there
Probably
one?
one you haven't met yet.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone. To spend the rest of time
I really
collecting
don't
dust
like
in the
the movie.
hallowed hall of beloved video game
Yeah, the 36
memories.
jumps that you can do in an hour in an elevator.
Mm-hmm. The red and blue doors.
Oh, I didn't even see him up there.
I didn't notice them either.
That's where we came from, so what do we do now?
And now we can enter the maintenance zone.
These were simpler times, Stanley.
Yeah.
But I
Oh, yeah.
wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't
thanks.
recall this part of the memory zone before.
Oh
What's
no.
this?
like
What's
you.
down here? Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a
Steam
collection of
reviews.
reviews from
Oh,
Steam,
no.
the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh.
no.
Oh.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny.
Ah.
Why did that freak me out?
I suppose
Oh,
I
look,
could
a
write
positive
a
one.
couple of gags to
But I
insert
can't
into
read
the
it.
Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room
Oh
to stick
dear.
them.
There's a positive one. But it's upside down. That means it's bad.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. I always, well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered. What's this one got to say?
It's in the water.
You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Skip to my loo.
And here it is.
Oh.
Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary... Well, there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Stanley! Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer in my... Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh my goodness.
The plant's dead.
Someone to talk
Oh,
to
wow.
again. Stanley, I think it's been a week.
A week?
Or 2 weeks.
Oh.
Thank you, both
Hello,
him.
it's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us.
Is he gone?
Is he gone?
Why is it brighter?
I don't know.
Oh.
Ah, scared me.
The fuck is beeping?
Oh, the fire alarm. The batteries are dying.
Oh.
From the...
Oh, up there.
Yeah.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed.
Entertainment. What happens if you actually just listen to him?
He just rambles on. That's my guess.
Uh-oh, the butt. Oh, there you go. That took a second.
The end is never the end, 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 is never the end.
I think you went crazy.
I think we broke him, guys.
You have to remember, each time you press it, it's getting longer.
Water.
Wait, there's water?
Water.
No?
I hear it.
No, I hear it too.
Look to the left.
Oh.
Ah!
Yeah.
We've skipped so much the building's falling in on itself.
Yeah, it is.
Well, what else to do but...
skip.
Hey, we got the skylight.
Yay!
Wow.
Hey,
What
wait a bit, it'll be a
happened?
bigger skylight. Last of Us 2.
Oh.
Beautiful.
Yay.
Man, how old are we now?
100.
Good question.
Oh, no.
I don't know.
If it's been long enough for dirt to get in here and plant.
Oh.
Oh. Well, there was.
Sounds bad outside. Thank God there's
I don't
not a
like
door.
any of. I don't like any of this.
Creepy.
Excuse you?
Can I just die? No. Brighter future. Oh.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Oh.
Hey.
Oh.
Oh, my eyes.
Aw.
See a button?
Can you still even press it?
No, it's not on anymore.
I think it broke it.
We're free!
Hey, it's been so long, all the Steam reviews have disintegrated.
Everything has, but the Skippy button room. How long is it gonna let me run?
Who knows? I'm sure
Forever.
there's a limit.
The limit is forever.
Limit's forever.
Quick, look back.
Oh.
Oh.
Didn't get a chance to.
Mm-hmm. The end is never the end is never the end is never.
Never the end is
Damn
never
it!
We
the
did
end.
it!
Oh yeah, where's those computers again?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
What do you mean?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had
Double
simply missed a memo.
rainbow. What
I'm
does it
not
mean?
even sure what to do at this point, except for that computer thing.
Oh, we still gotta finish writing the that lift.
Wait,
when
there
you go
was
through
a
the
person.
run.
Where was that? Wait. Go
What?
back.
Go back.
Oh, yeah, I
Go
thought I
ahead.
saw something. I
There
wasn't
was a
paying
person there.
Yeah, I thought I saw someone in there. I wasn't paying attention though. To the stream!
To the street.
It's not caught up yet!
Oh, there actually was.
I'm on YouTube, it hasn't caught up yet.
I was on Twitch.
New content.
I tried having both of them pulled up, but then it was a...
One
I-
pauses,
Oh,
I
good.
think.
I
You
mostly
noticed
just had
my
the,
sign.
chat
Yes,
up.
I have something very exciting to show you.
Hell yeah.
But what if I want to stand right here and go nowhere?
Too bad.
I like the moving sideways lift.
We're gonna go up and down now.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be.
Yeah, no
The
shit.
original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even
Whoa.
further. Which is why
It got
I'm
very, very
proud to
dark.
announce for the first time ever the Stanley Parable 2.
Fancy.
Investor
Yes,
Showcase!
You see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a
Ooh.
fully fledged sequel. An entirely
For
new experience,
2.7.
built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in
That's what
so
it's
many different directions. This
Yeah.
is what
You're
fans
playing
have
for
truly
1.7.
been asking for.
Stanley Parable 2, you're 427.
4, 2, 7, and 1.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra
They're back.
Deluxe, don't you
2
think?
doors.
Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential. Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
I mean, not entirely wrong.
Here we
The
are.
Stanley
Go on,
Parable
Try out some of
2.
the new features.
Dos.
I wonder if they ever
The
will
button
do a
that says the
second
name
one.
of the player playing the game.
Do it. Press the button.
What button?
The room
But
behind
it
you.
says your name.
The room
Huh?
behind you. Button that says the name of the player playing the game. In that room.
Oh, there's the button over there.
Up the stairs.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, What do players really
The
want?
road to the first
And of
button.
course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button, which Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this
I mean, that's
feature.
close.
Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are,
I'm
and simply
I think
become
someone
a
playing this
person
and their
named
name
Jim.
actually is Jim.
I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim watching your dreams crumble into dust. Do you feel it deeply? Jim. Whoa, hold on. I wasn't finished setting up the backstory. If you don't properly roleplay as Jim, then you'll never understand the impact of this button. Otherwise, it's just a stupid button that says somebody else's name.
Jim.
Okay, we're doing it again, and this time let me finish first. Now, allow yourself to become Jim. All right, fine, whatever. It's just a meaningless button that says Jim. Are you happy now? Get out of here. I'm done with this button. Why don't you go humiliate me in front of a different feature that I worked very hard on?
Yeah, Jim.
See, if you'd only played along, that would have been your name the button says, but no. Instead, I can't even think about it. I'm taking the Jim button away.
Hey, they took away your button.
Button for you.
They don't want you to have any kind of fun. They would have taken away that broom closet if they could.
I think they did a couple times.
Well, now what?
Well, now you go check out the other doors.
There's other doors?
Yeah, it's a whole expo or whatever. All
Maybe
kinds of
I'll
doors to
only
look
let
at.
people named Jim play the Stanley Parable.
The epilogue.
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it will go at the end of the...
Infinite hole.
Well, we'll figure that out later.
Ooh.
Look into the directory. Settings World Champion. Infinite hole. Free,
Ooh.
new, easy achievement. Get it here. Free achievement. Pull the lever. Retrieve your new achievement.
Now,
no
here's
more
something
steps.
special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right
it?
now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you. And I promise it will happen.
Achievement.
I feel lied to.
Yeah, it's an investor expo. What do you expect?
I feel lied to. I want the achievement.
What
It's an
else?
investor
What other
expo.
exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Infinite hole.
I think that's where I'm going.
Yep.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end
Oh, yeah.
of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium. You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then,
Yeah, it is.
since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
No.
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
Why?
Nah.
I like the falling.
Mm-hmm. That's great.
It does make a pleasant
I don't know
sound.
quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep
It's the
hole?
infinite hole.
To be certain it is.
That's cheap.
It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity.
Boy, that light's getting
From
really
one
far away.
perspective, The
What light?
infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a...
Well, found the bottom.
Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole.
Look down.
You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a
Up.
cheat, and you're so clever.
New mug.
Look, I think the issue here
A
is
lot of
just
cigarette
that
butts.
you're unusually fascinated
sense.
by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole
Wait a-
was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem. Look,
Yeah,
the
Jim.
things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to
No.
warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on.
It's just a deep hole.
I'll just be up here when you're ready.
No.
Press G to return to the surface.
What if I
G
like
for
it down
flashlight.
here?
With G for flashlight. You spin me right round, baby, right round like a record, baby.
Yeah. I thought for sure he would say something else.
Mhm.
Yeah, whatever.
Great. Now, I'm very
I
excited
do
to
it
see
again.
you. Oh, for heaven. You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much.
Yep.
Not normal.
Yes, I do like holes
Yeah.
too much.
Person would have said, yep,
Yeah,
that's an
are you
infinite
blushing
hole
now?
right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Oh.
What?
Did the hole seem
That was
even
shorter,
shorter
right?
to you this time?
Yeah, that was
I couldn't
definitely
help but
shorter.
feel like
How far
you
away is
spent
the
a little
light?
less time in there than you did before. I mean,
Yeah, that's definitely not as far away as it
I
was.
didn't
What
make
happened to
it
being infinite? It's the
I
shrinking
think it was
hole?
That not infinite.
Mhm.
Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you
Again.
decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport
Let's see if it
button
gets shorter.
and come join me up above.
Well, as soon as he lets me
Had enough?
teleport.
I'm positively thrilled. Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where...
Oh.
Okay, yes.
Mm.
I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for
I found the
accountability
bottom.
and marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter. Well, there it is.
Oh.
Shame of my life. How is this
Aw.
still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this
Holes are
depth,
goals.
I just can't see
can't
this
get out.
scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do
We're trapped in a
whatever it
3-foot
is you're
deep
here
hole.
to do, and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on. Is the teleport button not working?
Are you actually pressing or no?
Yes!
Well, I mean,
That's why I was slamming it to
I
make sure the
really don't
mic
have
can
an
pick it up.
explanation. It was working just a moment ago. Try it again.
Oh.
Still nothing. Well, I suppose.
Oh, you're tickling on the
There's
surface right
one
now.
thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't
Wait,
bear
what?
to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone.
No.
You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else. Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity.
That's always one of my favorite jokes or gags is the person walking away from the mic as they keep talking. What? Hello?
We're the only one at this expo.
Oh.
Huh?
We're sinking.
Aw.
The hole is growing.
The earth hungers.
Oh no.
The earth hungers for my
No
meat.
moment.
Hello? and welcome to Mole Man in the Morning. Good Mole Man to you. Today is part 4 of the continuingly painful agony that is my life. I have to change your perspective. Ah! Captain Chat!
Oh, hold on. F. And F. Ah!
Going down, 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 down. Man, this music is really loud.
Change reality.
Hmm.
Oh. Oh.
Okay, I like this.
Aw, Rohit!
Like the South Park joke. And now puppies from around the world. What is happening?
Change yourself?
I don't know.
Oh. Oh. Hey! Error.
I think I'm gonna have a stroke.
Okay, what else can I do? What's next?
Change this sound, please.
Stanley? Stanley? Stanley! Oh, good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just
The hole didn't grow.
fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodle pip.
What an asshole.
Toodle
I'll
pip.
be back.
Oh.
So we're just gonna go crazy again?
I don't want to.
I don't remember this from any
That music is.
playthrough.
But no, this is the new one. This is the new content.
Hey.
Stanley Parable 2.
Where are
Here
we
we
at
are.
gone?
Go on. Try out some of the
Gotta
new
find the other
features.
features.
That way.
The reassurance bucket.
It's a bucket!
Bucket.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless
Where's the
despair in
bucket?
those who played.
Yeah, the bucket's not
Well,
here.
I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart.
Where's the bucket?
That's what I
As long
want.
as you
Oh,
hold onto the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes,
No.
the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
Grab it. It's yours now.
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they?
Yeah,
All
is it
this
true?
and more await you in the Stanley
Yeah.
Parable 2.
No.
Yeah.
What do I do with a bucket?
You have it.
But I don't want it.
But you have it.
But I can't scoop water with it? Fill it full of
Why would you
coffee?
No, why would you do that?
A bucket full of coffee.
Yes. I guess I go out.
Bucket of coffee. La
love
Baqueta
seeing
El
things
Does
like
anyone
Cafe.
give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really
Have you
should be an
seen
award.
shots?
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Happy 12th birthday, Stepnies.
As well, birthday?
Happy
You
12th.
know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Get well someday, it is.
This guy's an asshole. I don't like him anymore.
Man, give you.
Fuck you.
He probably would have been nice if he would have started out following his instructions.
Why would I follow his instructions? Have we met
And there-
before?
And there we are.
So why would I follow his instructions?
You know why.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
Collectibles.
So up here?
Exit. Yeah. Can you find them? Can you find them? Can you find them? Can you find them?
Find them.
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't
Wait,
want to
what's with that
stifle the
wall?
intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all
What's
of
with
them,
that
and you
wall?
move the hell on
Everyone
with your
wants a collectible.
unremarkable life.
Everyone's reaching for it.
No, I don't want it.
Creepy wall.
This is
Look,
creepy
they're
as fuck.
They're even coming through the wall. Grab it before they can.
But I don't want it.
Grab it.
He's kind of
You
ugly.
even have a bucket to carry it in.
0.
Yeah!
You got.
You found it.
I wonder if there actually is 6 of them.
I don't know.
Is there?
I don't know.
Somebody look it up.
God, it
I
really
don't
is the
want to.
worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
But what if I don't want a reward?
Then you don't get it.
I mean, it's still better than the reward that Legend of Zelda gave you.
I don't know. I never played it.
It gave you poop.
Really?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You
Oh, there's a
collected
jump
999
circle! Guys, the jump circle!
999 seeds, and they gave you poop.
Yeah.
And it didn't
You
do
know what?
anything.
Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle? Oh well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece then.
You ruined it.
You did.
I want to jump!
You used all of your jumps. All because I told you to. Are you an idiot?
Yep.
I see how it is. You listen to him, but not to the narrator.
Pretty much.
Definitely making the worst decisions there.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
Bag. Ugh, screenshots.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's
I like
not
all the old
exactly
features.
clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready? Here it is.
ready?
I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
It's everything.
That bucket's a lie. I am holding the
there's
bucket.
potential here, right? It's sort
It's a
of
different bucket.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Hold on.
That one's slightly
Let me
less
do a
rusty.
different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2.
The hell?
Who am I kidding,
Worse.
Stanley? This isn't a coherent
Oh, there's
video
two
game at
holes.
all.
There's
It's
not
a
enough
lot of
holes.
gags.
That's what I say.
And one
And
of
I
the
do
holes
very
is the
much
jump
enjoy
tree.
creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could, but it would need a
So the
really,
office is gonna have a
really
giant hole in it
tremendous
somewhere?
title screen. A title screen that says with bold and
Collectible.
uncompromising conviction, this is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
No!
The
What?
Stanley Parable 2.
My God. F in chat.
You
This
are the
is
F in
the story
chat.
of a man named Stanley.
I mean, I did put in both chats.
Stanley
so.
worked for a
I see
company
that.
in a big building
The
where
balloons!
he was employee number 427.
Get well someday.
Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day, every month, of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-winning, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley.
Can you imagine they actually
Something
did
he would
Stanley
never
Parable
quite
2 and it was the
forget.
exact same game again?
He had been at his desk for nearly an hour
But
when
backwards.
he realized that not one single
We're
order
backwards.
had
You
arrived
start at
on
the end and you
monitor
have to find
for
your
him to
office.
follow.
Oh,
No one had
God.
showed up to give him instructions.
No,
It's
you
like
started
how
off
good
with
is your
one.
memory, basically.
Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
We
You
did
broke
this
it.
again.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle
We already
the
did this
pressure.
one. What are you
What if
doing?
he had to make a decision? What if a crucial
But it's
outcome
Stanley
fell under
Parable
his
2.
responsibility?
Oh,
He
we
had
already
never been
did it.
trained for that.
In the first game.
No. This
We
couldn't
already
go
did it.
any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited.
and
Hours passed.
And ever.
Years. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit
moment now.
closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
God damn it.
All we gotta
Stanley was
do is
following Stanley. He was sure of it. If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely
all we gotta
catch them.
do
It
really
was
is
only a
just
matter
follow
of
that
time.
the lift. Or no, we still have to get the normal end too. The bucket.
Stanley picked up the bucket.
None of them had the thing on it.
Oh, did I? Yeah, So we still got the regular ending on the
Stanley
left,
clutched the
and then
bucket
following
tightly
the
to
thing
his
to the
chin.
right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had
I have
felt
the bucket of
calling
truth.
to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go good.
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Oh, hey.
Stanley did not
Oh, hey,
question why
collectible.
or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course,
How do
because
I get to
buckets
that?
can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket
I think
was
maybe you
spoken to
climb on
him,
those boxes
and he
and then jump down
unthinkingly
from them.
did whatever the bucket asked.
In
Wait,
here.
does that mean
said
there's
the
going to
bucket.
be anything
Go
to
into
hold
this
too?
dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Ah!
Yeah, there's
Now
two
pick
things you
up
can
the
do,
phone.
Said the bucket.
and you chose up.
Well, the phone's there, so I picked it up. The bucket
This
told me
is
to.
the sad story of a man named Stanley and his bucket. Once upon a time, I
Where'd the
gave
bucket
Stanley
go?
a bucket because I thought he was lonely and could use a friend. And then, very distressingly, he began to believe the bucket could speak to him.
Weirdo.
The Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket was merely meant to provide the comforting glow of companionship. It doesn't literally talk and give you orders. Whatever Stanley is hearing the bucket say to him is just in his hand. Lately, I've been concerned about him. Wouldn't you be concerned as well? To see him delusional like this, obsessing over an inanimate metal object? I want to say something to him, but I don't know how I can convince him. I don't know if he'll listen to me.
I won't.
Well, I'll try anyway. Stanley, can you hear me? Listen to me. It's just a bucket. It can't think. It can't talk. All it would ever truly do for you is effectively transfer a liquid from one location to a
But
different
what if I
location.
need it
That's
for
it.
that?
It doesn't do anything else.
A bucket.
It's a bucket. What if I needed it for that? Am I right?
Listen to the loud man.
You see, he's not listening. He's still taking orders from the bucket. You know, once upon a time it was me he took orders from.
That's very
me he
Death
trusted
Note
and
type
listened
music
to.
in the
Now all he
on
cares
the-
about
on
is
the
this
drum line there.
awful bucket. This stupid hunk of metal. It's sad. I suppose he doesn't
I
need
think we're
me
suffering a
anymore.
kind of psychosis
From
here.
now on, he's just going to cling to this bucket, this cold, empty bucket.
It's not cold,
this
it's warm.
Sort of shiny bucket.
I'm realizing
Well,
that
give it this. The bucket does have a nice
that
shine
music in
to
the
it.
background. It's I'm pretty certain it's people hitting buckets. Bing, 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 bing,
Yes, I
bing,
suppose
bing,
on
bing.
closer inspection that it doesn't quite look like your average hardware store bucket. It's just a little more, what am I trying to say? Sturdier, more capable of transporting liquid. Like it would be better at moving an amount of water from one room to another.
What if I don't want it?
Oh my
Uh-oh.
goodness
I don't
sake.
like the shadow.
Better at carrying water
Right.
from room to room. It's a bucket. It's literally just a bucket. Why do I feel some need to point out the ways in which it's
I feel
so
safe with
much
that
more
shadow.
than just a regular bucket?
Why would you feel safe from that?
What would-
I'm having feelings. The bucket. No, 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 no. What's going on? Why do I want to be with the bucket? Hear what the bucket has to say. Hear anything it asks. What's wrong with me? I don't understand. Perhaps if I had the bucket, this would be less confusing. Yes. The bucket could tell me what to do in
Yeah,
this
it's up to you. You have
troublesome
to stop it.
situation. Stanley,
She
give
can't
me the
stop
bucket.
laughing.
Give
She's
it
trying
me.
to eat a
Give me the
Pop-Tart.
bucket,
She's
Stanley.
dying.
I need it. Give it to me now. Give it or I'll
Close your eyes.
You okay?
No. She's choking
back
on the
to work.
bucket.
Go back to work, Stanley.
No! I don't wanna. Where's
All
my
of his
bucket?
co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Let's go back
Stanley
without the
decided to go
bucket
to the meeting
and don't
room.
answer the
Perhaps
telephone
he had
this
simply
time.
missed a memo.
Oh wait, this isn't. Oh yeah, it is. It was weird.
Oh yeah, don't forget about it's collectible.
Oh yeah, that too.
I think it takes us a different path, though, if we do that, but we can.
Probably. Yeah.
Through the door.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
Or up onto the, yeah. And up, and then over. And there's the collectible. Because that's how wood works.
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
We'll probably never find another one.
Then I guess now into that vent.
Ooh, that's very sus.
Stanley had now gotten himself so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun.
This is like Superliminal.
So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office. You didn't think I was actually just a recording, did you? What a silly and trite explanation that would be. All the back and forth between you and me, all the absurd adventures we've been through, and it all turns out I'm just a tape recording? It was all just in Stanley's head. I bet that's the kind of twist you think is revelatory. I bet each and every time you watch a movie where it turns out all to be in the main character's imagination, you must absolutely bolt off the couch in pure shock at the phenomenal and intricate storytelling. It must be so simple to be you. Life being an unending waterfall of surprises and delights. How much more exciting you must find the world than the rest of us do. Now I've become sad. Look what you've done to me. This is all your fault. Wait, Stanley thought to himself.
No.
Am I sure that the orders stopped coming in? How is that possible? They never stopped. Surely I was mistaken.
Right, so this time, you go into that phone room and don't answer the phone. What you do instead is you unplug it from the wall.
But
Don't take the bucket.
bucket.
No, don't take the bucket. Leave the bucket. Fuck him.
Fuck him? Okay.
No, you already did that. Stop it.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was grand, majestic, perhaps too majestic. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
Yeah, you
I
are.
realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me.
Been neglecting the bucket.
Stanley. Your chance
We
to
need to go
redeem
back. I'm
yourself,
missing the bucket.
to put your work aside, to let her back into your life.
Yeah, my bucket.
She's been waiting.
My bucket.
Quick,
That's
unplug
her,
it.
Stanley. You need. Oh no! You can't. Did you just unplug the phone? Now, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly. I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken.
Took you that
This
long.
is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Yay!
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example,
That's true.
in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a
Rupert looks weird.
choice. He could invent a machine that
too
eliminates
happy.
food shortages across the world to make life better for all people. Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make? Remember that
Second
unlike
one.
here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an
Oh, no.
excuse why
I'm
you
not
cannot
real.
continue talking.
Yeah.
Turn to
you're
a
not.
partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30?
Wait, we
I'm
threw a
supposed to
birthday
be having
celebration
a
for
back
someone who's
sack
not
and
real."
crack."
Yeah.
Excellent. Making choices on a regular
Oh
basis
my
is the
God.
best part to a healthy
It's a great
Real
decision-making
people actually do
process.
that though, so...
Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Ah, welcome back.
What?
You
What
may have
the
noticed
fuck
that
happened
this
in
rule
here?
has begun to deteriorate as a
no, it
result of
doesn't.
narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't remember what happened after you unplugged the phone. I just remembered it was a thing you could do. And also you can't jump off.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Oh no, my computer is drunk.
What'd you do?
It took too many screenshots.
Why'd you do that?
That's the joke.
I don't get it.
Shots.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
Yeah, I actually didn't get that joke.
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley
You make
would.
me wanna drink.
That means
Give me a
choosing
second.
responsibly and always putting the story
no, I'm
first.
making him wanna drink.
I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task.
Alcohol?
Just
We're doing
follow me,
alcohol?
you'll be fine. All right.
Yeah, that's all right here.
When
I did
Stanley
offer
came to
him
a set of
Coke and
2
rum
open
earlier.
doors, he entered the door
Oh
on his
god,
left.
why would you
Yes.
I didn't drink any.
Ooh, the door on the left. What are you doing?
No! Why did you do that?
Wait,
Quickly,
go back.
hurry
It was-
back in the
it
other
looked bad.
direction. Perhaps we're not too
Wait,
late.
go back. No, it looked bad. Why? Don't look.
Hey, go back. The other way.
He did, but he didn't want to look, even though it looked like the room was collapsing.
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe after everything we talked about that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? What's the answer? What do I do?
I don't remember those being there.
What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to.
What?
Shutting the game down.
Uh-oh. Something didn't quite go right.
I'm here. I'm still here.
I don't think the compiler
here in this
is
pile of rubbish. With you. You, who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed.
Look what you made us do,
the only
Loon.
thing in the world that was mine.
Yeah,
Loon.
Loon.
Into the ground.
I'm drinking alcohol. Leave me alone.
You just
That's why.
See?
You started drinking and look what happened.
How important it was to be like
It's
Stanley.
smelling.
He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands.
At least you're not like one of my coworkers who would use a 10-minute break to go across the street to buy
that
beer.
thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you. You're a child.
I don't actually drink that much anymore.
Bullshit! Sorry, I had to sneeze.
If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it.
Well,
There was
just
a
for that, I'm
hole
gonna take
under
another
our
drink.
facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard.
See, I'm
on
sure it works.
I tried so hard.
Now you owe
to
me
make-
$50.
Oh, you know that one? You know that?
Misbehave
You know that
exactly
one
as
time that I
Stanley
took a drink?
would. That means choosing responsibly
when I was
and
drinking?
always putting the story
Like it was like
first.
a while
I'm
after
quite sure
that
you'll be
when I
up
had
to
to
the task.
get
Just follow my lead and you'll be
some
fine.
health
All
tests
right.
done, and they're like, looks like your liver's
When
getting
Stanley
bad.
came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
What?
Yeah,
But
it was like what? It was from like half a bottle of the alcoholic eggnog.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back.
Oh.
Misbehave
broke it.
exactly as Stanley would.
apparently his doctor
That
said
means
his liver
choosing
was broken
responsibly
from the
and
one
always
alcoholic
putting
drink
the
that he
story
drank
first.
ever.
I'm quite sure
that was
you'll
from-
be up to the
that-
task.
that was from a
Just
while
follow
back.
my lead and you'll be fine.
Oh,
All
wow.
right.
The one time he ever drank.
When Stanley came to a
Yeah.
set of 2 open doors, he entered the
That's
door on
fucking
his
funny.
left.
Wow.
What's that filing cabinet?
No! Why did you do that?
That was
Quickly,
delayed.
hurry back.
That was massively delayed.
Behave
That was
exactly
very
as Stanley
delayed.
would.
Yeah, I think
That
he's just
means
tired.
choosing responsibly and always putting
But
the
I
story
want to go,
first.
yeah, to the right. I
Quite
know.
sure
I'm
you'll
going,
be
babe.
fast.
I'm going.
Just
I'm going in
follow
the
my
door on the
lead and
right.
you'll
Stop
be
yelling at me.
fine.
Open the
Go
damn
left.
door.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors. He entered the door on his left.
Bacon?
Bacon?
Why do they call it bacon when you cook it?
No.
I've seen this somewhere.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly.
Why is it
hurry
called an oven when you oven the cold food
Misbehave
and
exactly
out
as
hot
Stanley
eat the
would.
food?
That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task.
You
Just
weren't paying
follow my
attention
lead and
last
you'll be fine.
10,000
All
times
right.
you said this.
No, I
When
obviously
Stanley
was
came
not.
to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his
I might have
left.
only ever said it one other time while Dia's been here.
That sounds okay.
Because I've definitely pulled back on that one quite a while.
No shit. You said it like every
Yet
fucking
there was not a
stream
single
for a
person there
while.
either.
Yeah, it got
Feeling a
replaced
wave
with
of
Dragon Ball Z
disbelief,
Abridged.
Stanley decided to go up to his
Yeah,
boss's
yeah.
office, hoping he might find an answer there.
No broom closet. Fuck you. It's like a cat. It's like, let me in! Let me in! Let me in!
Coming to a
Can't even go
staircase,
downstairs.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Go in the bathroom. Oh, it's
Ooh,
not a
fancy.
bathroom anymore. Elevator room?
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh, this is different.
Stepping
the
inside
boss
his
room.
manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked,
Different.
unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions.
Don't call me
And
Shirley.
beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
You have to actually say it.
No. That's the joke. Stanley can't
spoke
talk.
the code.
Ah.
Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver right there on the wall.
Ah!
I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
Look at that detail.
Okay, fine. You're not going to do it. But you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever
he
the
tried.
hell you wanted.
tried a
over there.
lot.
Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You...
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
What?
Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice.
The end!
Walk through the door.
Did I win?
Are you
We
listening?
did it! The end!
Can you hear me? Is everything alright?
We got the scrolls and everything.
Gross, gross,
The story
gross.
needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You can't be wrong here. We can work together.
He's being nice now. It's weird.
I simply need you to take that
Because
step
that's not you.
forward, please.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, word.
All I had to do is stand there and not move whatsoever, and he'd have been nice.
This is more
No,
important
because it
than
was still you.
I need you.
Well, fuck you too.
The story needs you. So, you hear me?
He knows when it's you and when it's not you.
You listening
He is
to
the
this?
narrator.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's okay, alright. You need time to decide. Time
What's
to
that
make sure
again?
your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's alright. I'll wait till
Dia's
you
being mean.
Good job, Dia.
as much time as you need.
Are you getting a salt gun?
What?
No,
No,
get a salt gun.
don't. You gave him an idea.
Ow, 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 fuck.
What?
Do we want to call it there? Or wait, well, we can still try to go for the true ending, or one of the true endings. By following the
Even
instructions,
now,
and then at
Stanley's
the
office
end you
was a
either
distant
choose to turn
memory.
off the thing,
What did it
or you
look
can
like?
choose to escape
It was a
before you go
computer,
through
perhaps.
There was
the...
also the
painting.
computer
Was it a
thing.
painting or a photo?
Yeah, but I don't think
He
it
could
actually
no
does
longer
anything.
recall.
We have not seen it again, though. It keeps just not being
Yeah.
here.
I think it's too
I
late
guess
for
it's-
that.
Friends
Leave
on
are-
one of the
the
other
bucket.
Stanley lifted the bucket
Yeah.
into his arms,
Oh, yeah.
and a wave of comfort rushed over him.
We follow the instructions. We can take him to the end. And then we can go to the escape.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Whoa.
How can we find them? Or how we can find them?
Wait, look at the walls.
There will
There
be a
will be
reward
one
finally.
friendly mall. Oh,
Statues.
Oh, hey, clues for each one.
nearby a fireplace.
A private but smelly place for an important person.
The executive bathroom.
I don't care enough to find these.
Oh, Stanley, can you feel it?
No.
The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You
What?
can
No.
feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy. It's as clear as day. They're coming to a staircase. Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Turn left, go into the bathroom. There should be a collectible in there. A smelly place for someone important. It's there!
Miniature Stanley
Well,
figurine.
that means
They
if
serve
you
a-
had gone
you
down
know,
the stairs,
there
you
really
would have
must
found
be
the
a
other one.
snappier name for these
Possibly.
things. What about
But if it went
mini
down, it would have locked, and I'd have still
Stanley
had to go do it all over again.
What about
Yeah.
Stanley?
That's the annoying
wall.
part.
I think
I
I'd like
can't reach that.
Another
That exists down there
Stanley
now.
under your belt.
It's on the wall.
What's on the wall? Behind.
Yeah, we read this last time.
No, that's a different one.
No,
I've got the feeling. Money's for stealing. Oh, didn't get to read the rest.
you took too long. Our favorite place ever?
It's yours, of course. Say, that's a lovely purse. I went back to the stream.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once
Wait,
again
that's
stunned
the fireplace.
to discover not an indication of any human life.
Oh, but the fireplace
Crushed
is what
by
gets
the
opened
weight
up
of
when we
this
turn in, put
revelation,
in the keypad.
Stanley may have broken down
maybe.
into an emotional dumpster fire.
It was like
if
what?
not for the soothing
6, 4,
presence
6,
of the
or
bucket.
2, 6, 4, 5.
Even now,
I
in
don't
his
know.
darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce
at
the
the desk.
dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him, always. The bucket would. And he knew it. The two of them were inseparable.
2,
At this
4,
point, Stanley was so absorbed in the
8,
tender
6.
spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad
What was
behind
it?
the
4, 8,
boss's desk.
2, 4, 8, 5.
Nor in his
4, 8,
bliss of
5.
simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the pin number for the keypad
2,
was
8, 4, 5.
2845.
Close enough.
You got it.
Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it the bucket knew all along? Was
Oh.
the bucket guiding him?
The
Yes,
bucket is guiding.
This is certainly the most logical explanation.
There it is. Collectible.
Okay, I'm going back to the name of these little Stanley figurines, and now I'm torn between Stanlerines and Figlets. What do you think, Stan?
I
What
like
name
Fig-
better
I like Figlets.
encapsulates the intrinsic sense of happiness
Figlets
that you
does
get
sound
from
fun.
seeing a small number in the corner of your screen go up by
Damn
one?
it, now we have to get all the
Let me see.
figurines.
I'm sure
No.
it will come to me.
Once we go through the escape, I want to call up there.
But there's
had-
only 2 more.
Yeah, I've had people waiting for me for about an hour.
That sounds like a them problem.
It is. That's why I kept going.
It's a stream day.
And
The elevator raced down,
we're almost done.
plummeting
No, we're
towards
not.
an unknown.
We need all the
fate.
figurines.
It would be
Your
all
figurine.
Stanley could do to keep himself together.
I
if
didn't
not
read
for the
what
bucket.
they said they were,
Soothing
but
him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
the mind control
know.
facility is mine.
Stanley and
Oh
the
yeah, we
bucket
also
walked
didn't do
straight
that
ahead
one.
through the
Escape,
large door
yeah,
that
escape's what we
read,
got to do.
Mind
Oh, I thought we had to
control
click
facility.
yes or no.
Well, yeah, that's the thing that I think we should do. The escape. It's a better option. If we had to
Although
choose
this
one last thing to
passageway
do,
had the
I think
word
this is the better
escape
ending.
written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent death.
Don't listen to him.
Do it. No, keep going. Keep going.
Ooh, good shotgun.
This life isn't worth living anyways.
The door behind them was not shut. Stanley and the bucket still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley and the bucket were knowingly walking forward into a very painful death for each of them.
The bucket's inanimate.
Exactly. That's how you know he's lying.
Yeah.
Conk.
And here we
Ow,
are.
my knees.
Realize we never saw the hole again.
Yeah.
That's true. Look, the hole's below you right now. It's just really big.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley and the bucket inched closer to their demise, Stanley reflected on how meaningless the bucket's warmth and comfort had turned out to be. To be sure,
Can't move.
it puts the mind and the soul at ease to embrace the bucket, but what use is a sense of ease when you're about to be crushed to death? This is what Stanley thought to himself, and he sort of kicked himself for wasting so much time carrying a bucket everywhere. Farewell, Stanley.
Goodbye, world. What?
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley and the bucket were led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, the bucket's life came to an end as it was crushed violently to death.
Huh?
The
It was a
Stanley
shame,
Parable.
the death of such a magnificent bucket. It's true that all buckets are radiant in their
Don't
own
care
way,
about Stanley at
but
all there.
this one stood above the rest. It was a
He gave his life for
glorious
you.
bucket to behold.
Hello. As you log.
Oh dear God.
Welcomes you to the grand exhibit. You are standing at the precipice of knowledge. Much like a bucket itself, the human mind is frequently empty within,
Leave.
cavernous void. But through use of the exhibit in front of you, the mind becomes full and enriched and sustained. Knowledge of the bucket and its history is the only true knowledge we really have. Will you take what you learn here out with you into the world? Will you accept with an open mind what may be challenging about the information in this exhibit? Will you change the lives of yourself and your loved ones as a result of this exhibit? Will you turn a
Will you
blind eye
turn a
and
blind
continue
eye
to
and
live as you
continue to
were
live
in
as you were
ignorance and
in darkness?
I completely lost all of it when you both started talking.
That was the point.
Can you see how arrogant it was for Stanley to take a bucket like this and to claim it for his own? Can you see the hubris that blinded him?
A bucket
Can
with
you
two
see
handles.
that the bucket is far more noble than Stanley will ever be in his short life?
Is that a bunch of buckets?
25.
25
Yes.
bucket? That's a lot more than
More than
25
that.
buckets.
That is a lot more than 25.
Let's start counting.
175.
Oh, bucket!
A wood bucket
Oh,
or no bucket. So powerfully alluring.
stress
The
bucket.
stress bucket, an analogy.
I don't think I want to know what they're picking up for the bucket.
Looks like a leaky
Water.
roof.
Water. I don't remember
No
what this
man
is
can
supposed to be
own a
when
bucket,
there's not a
and
bucket that
certainly
you bring
not
in.
a bucket as dazzling to behold as this one. It
I think
is
it's supposed to be
man
something
who
similar
should
to this, but
kneel
no
before
bucket.
the bucket.
Yeah, no, it's about mankind instead of bucket.
The hanging bucket.
Hey, there's
The
a
hole!
hole.
Look, the hole!
Bucket!
Hey, you actually got the bucket.
What?
But there is something we can do. Something we can do together.
I did not expect that to
will
work.
right this terrible
Mhm.
wrong.
What?
Let Stanley die. Let him be crushed by the machine. Don't
No.
reset the game. Don't give him another opportunity to run off with another beautiful bucket. We can save the world's buckets from their treatment as tools and implements if only we let Stanley die together. The bucket shall take its place as ruler, as leader,
What happens
as
if you just
commander
pause
of
it
a
right
new
now?
world, a new vision.
Oh,
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 I did it.
it's squishy.
We died.
It's squishy squish.
this is face.
That was sad.
Mm-hmm.
I missed my
And that's
bucket.
the end.
Yep.
Where's the other
Uh,
figurines?
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing
Bye.
they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just
That was
laugh
fun,
and laugh
though.
at the
I
time I
enjoyed
thought
watching it.
everyone had gone
Yeah.
missing.
Yeah.
I love
I hate it.
I was so happy.
Fun.
I was very, very happy with it.
I never finished the computer thing because it never came back.
I don't think you're
There's
going
some
to be
different
able
rooms.
to.
There is no other room.
Yeah, there is.
There isn't. 'Cause all
There's
these are
lots of different rooms. What are you
closed.
talking about?
Right, you guys have a good one.
Bye-bye. Bye, stream.
No.
Bye-bye.
Bye. I don't want to though.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Ow. Quit pulling the hair.
Sorry.
Stairs. Oh, red and blue, so if it went the other way.
I'm gonna go to the stairs. Oh, they nailed it shut. Go down the stairs.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Aha!
You're getting close now, Stanley. You've nearly gotten all of the Figler and Marines. Very soon, you'll collect the last one, and then the first number will equal the second number, and that will be it. We'll be different people by then. Different in the sense that we used to have none of them, and now we have them all. You can't go back to when you had no
has all the
Figler and
figurines.
Marines. None of
And we
us
know the last one's where the red and blue door is. It means then you go to the right.
So you gotta go back.
I'm not going that way because fuck that room. Ow. I basically have to restart to do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go check on Theo.
No.
He's yelling.
No.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
This is what I get for remembering the code. What is the big kitty whining about?
Feeling
just
soothed
yelling.
and
Why are you whining?
Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
He was right in front of the heater. I think he might be cold.
Where?
Even though it's warm in here.
Yeah, it's not exactly cold in this house right now. It's too goddamn warm.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his
Wait, I've been
emotions
happy?
had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation.
Turn it off
Controls
this time.
labeled with
No, I want
emotions.
to turn it on. I want control.
Happy or sad or content.
turn it on.
Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would
But it's dark now. But it's dark.
Yeah.
blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing
Okay,
worth
you get to go
knowing.
outside now.
Stanley stepped
Again.
through the open door.
Slow.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Nuclear explosion, he dies. Comes out to a zombie
You
apocalypse.
completed the Stanley Parable. Okay.
When you go out of the red door.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Who else got a
Stanley
computer
decided to
zombie?
go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
None of them have that on the computer, that's it.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. And here it was, the lounge.
Ew.
But eager to get back to business,
No,
Stanley took
believe
the
it's left?
first open door on his
I think
left.
so.
Yes.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
I think you keep going. Don't you?
I don't remember.
We'll keep going.
I
See
want
what.
to say it's this. I don't remember now.
I'm pretty sure you kept going.
No, because as soon as I walk ahead, the door
Stanley
closes
didn't want to
again
go
in the
back to the
office.
office. He wanted to wander about
I was right.
and get even
No, I wasn't.
further off track.
Fuck.
So now, in order to get back, he needed to go,
I told you.
Man, whatever. I'm calling it here.
left.
No, right.
Oh, no, it's to the right. My mistake. No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What